Hey Pano fam, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about mixing from either wet or dry stems and which ones to request as a mixing engineer and when to request them, and which ones to provide as an artist or producer and when to provide them. So first, let's get it all on the table. Why would we be working from wet stems when we're mixing? Well, the reason why, or circumstances in when I'm requesting wet stems to mix from, is when the producer or artist's processing on the material is integral to the creative nature of the music. So if they've got sidechain compression between the kick and the bass line, or they've got big delays and reverbs which are really integral to the creative process of their production, I'll actually request that those are left on wet stems for me to mix from, so then I can move forward from where they've already put it. When don't I request wet stems? Well, sometimes producers and artists start to faux mix their own productions just to see where they can take it and get an idea of how malleable the production is. Well, when they're doing corrective stuff or it's just for the sake of a faux mix, I tend to go, look, can you provide me with the dry stems and your rough mix? That way at least I can see where you've tried to take it, but I have a little bit of more material information to play with when I'm mixing it, so that way it offers me a lot more flexibility during my mixing process. So that's a circumstance when I request dry stems. Now, all this happens with dialogue. There's no set in stone way on how to provide stems to your mixing engineer, or for your mixing engineer to request stems from you. Every project's different, like I said at the start of this video, and it's very important that dialogue is the key factor in deciding whether you should be working from wet stems or dry stems in any project. Now, in the circumstance where you're mixing your own project, it can be a little bit more different. Sometimes when I used to do productions and produce, and what I see a lot of successful producers doing, is committing themselves to creative decisions. So if there are any processing on your tracks that are creative and affect the timbre, just like you're requesting them from a client, if they're your own productions, commit to the sound, print them, move them to another session, and then start to mix from that session. Those are my thoughts on the whole topic. I'd love to hear yours and whether you prefer providing wet or dry stems or mixing from wet or dry stems. I hope this video really helped you out, because there's a lot of people asking these questions in the forums and in the industry, whether to have wet or dry stems to mix from. Like, share, and subscribe to the video. And until next time, take care.